fear of failure. I face it every day. I'm not strong enough to lift this. That girl's way too pretty for me. I can't grow a real beard. I'll probably lose money if I start investing. I'm gonna end up living in a literal garbage can and eating dry Mr. Noodle if I try to pursue my dreams. No one's gonna like this stupid video anyway. I'm scared to try, because I'm scared to fail. So I did some research on the king of mental toughness, Jocko Willink. Retired lieutenant commander for the Navy SEALs, 2 tours in Iraq, New York Times bestselling author, and the CEO of a leadership consulting company. So he knows a thing or two about facing your fears.
Other than death, all failure is psychological.
Well, that's quite the proclamation. But this quote actually made me start paying attention to how important failure really is, and how the ability to both learn from and overcome failure actually played a crucial role in countless successful people's stories.
If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
A recent university study going so far as to say that failure is a mandatory prerequisite to success. And I mean, even Batman still needs to learn about overcoming failure.
Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
But how do you actually practice failure? How does someone like Jocko incorporate failure into his daily routine?
My son asked me, "Hey Dad, is there really such a thing as superpowers?" And I'm like, Jiu-Jitsu.
This is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Originally a last resort self-defense method used by Japanese samurai, modern-day Jiu-Jitsu has evolved into being one of the most popular and effective forms of martial arts, being a key component in basic training everywhere from law enforcement to military to the UFC. Its constant grappling and non-stop pressure make it a great full-body workout, but the benefits are much more than just physical. So I headed to one of the top-rated jiu-jitsu schools in Vancouver and met with the owner, Professor Rodrigo Carvalho, the 6'1" Brazilian national champion who was born and raised in the heart of the Amazon jungle.
Right in the north of Brazil, the middle of Amazon, so I can call myself Jungle Boy.
Don't call him Jungle Boy.
You just become a champion being a good loser. You have to be a good loser.
Jiu-Jitsu is a ground-based fighting technique focused on pinning or joint locking an opponent, making it one of the safest full-contact martial arts to practice, as there is little to no striking involved.
What's a good loser is the guy who loses and comes back for more. And the guy who loses and try to find his mistake, fix what's wrong, and come back for more.
Rodrigo says overcoming that discomfort of agreeing to try again is what can help make us feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations, both in training and in our everyday lives.
1, 2, 3. Go.
I made a mistake, you got me in a lock, in a choke. I tap. That's it. Right away, you got a lesson.
Curious to learn more about the benefits of positively reframing failure, I met with an occupational psychologist that is newly living the jiu-jitsu lifestyle.
I started a bit older than probably most people. I was 46 when I started, and I was expecting the physical benefits, and I was expecting my body to get better and my flexibility to get better, and those kind of tangible things. And what I started noticing was that it was changing the way I was thinking. Prior to that, I'd take failures pretty hard, and I'd be quite critical of myself. And in jiu-jitsu, it's just like, you just get used to losing. It's just part of it. And it's nothing to be ashamed about, nothing to be embarrassed about.
In fact, it's often something to be proud of. The experience and value you gain from failure will put you a step ahead the next time you face a similar situation, and put you miles ahead of someone who has never faced that setback before. Jiu-Jitsu is actually something Steve recommends not only to the groups of people that he works with, but also to his own children.
To set them up for success in life, they have to be able to embrace failure. The because they're less afraid of their fears, they're going to attack challenges that are going to make their life better. They're not going to avoid challenges like they might if they were afraid to fail. That would be one of the key things that would enable them to have a happy life.
You're gonna look for a job. So some people get a 10 rejection. They start getting down. For us, that's what happened every day on the mat.
Rodrigo's main objective for his gym is simple: jiu-jitsu for everyone. Because he believes that the benefits are so considerable that people of all ages should be doing it. And the way he delivers on that is by creating an open, friendly environment.
This is not the place to be tested. This is a school. You come here to learn.
Making it comfortable for everyone to embrace failure.
It's going to go one of two ways, and you either win or you learn.
So I guess there's really only one thing left to do.